Jason Rowe is proponent behind Black Tie Properties Revelstoke Adventure Park. Jason, welcome.
Thanks, David.
Can you talk to us a bit about the project and where it's at right now?
Right now we're in the zoning stage of the development side. There's two sides to this. There's a provincial approval application, which is an application for licensed occupation, which is a adventure tourism is the title, an AT application. And then there's the zoning side of it, and that's to rezone the property into resort commercial, and at the end use be a CD zone, CBD4, which would allow us to have a comprehensive development zone geared towards the adventure park and as a commercial operation.
Okay. Now, you were at Revelstoke City Council this afternoon, where there was some discussion about the project. How did you feel about the way that was handled by City Revelstoke City Council?
I think there was some information missing. Unfortunately, due to process and policy, they can only work with the information they have in front of them. There were some outside information that was included, but not all the outside information was included, so that caused a lot of confusion. At the end of the day, they approved us moving forward with some conditions that if the project gets too large, then an annexation process could be triggered. What that triggering point is, we don't have even an idea of what that threshold is at this point.
Okay, but that's related, I think, judged by what I heard, that's related to the accommodation on site, is that not?
Yes, so when we originally went to, this has been a 6-year process, so we originally went to the city, to the Agricultural Land Commission, to the CSRD, to all the other agencies. We had a general area, we didn't have any definitive numbers on any of the units, including our RV and camping, which was included about 250 RV camping yurt sites, but we didn't have a detailed mapping of it. We hadn't reached that point. We had some LiDAR done, which is a type of topography that gets you down to some finite detail of the property, which is when we could then have a planner be involved, and that planner then could really lay out with some detail of where everything should go. While we were working with the planner suggested, well, I don't see any long-term accommodation here. You need to be, when you're doing your OCP amendments and your rezoning, you got to look at a 25-year horizon. We need to talk about staff housing, hotels, how you're going to accommodate them as the visitor numbers grow. So looking at that 25-year horizon, we added in some hotel units, 50 staff accommodation, and another sort of lodge type hotels. We assumed that this was good planning. CSRD, put this out to referral. The Agricultural Land Commission came back and said this is different than we approved. And so we immediately removed those from the application. Again, our focus has always been creating, one-stop. One of the best places to stop in BC and Canada, and in a one-stop adventure park, and that's always been our focus. Accommodation has not been. So we removed that accommodation from the application. Unfortunately, timing didn't allow those amendments to officially get to the city. The city have seen the amendments. Mike Thomas has seen them. Chris Selvig has seen them. Alan Chabot is aware of them. Most of the councillors were aware of them. And that is what the sticky point was today, because they had a referral in front of them that included these units, even though the units had been withdrawn from the application. And that caused the main sort of confusion with what are we approving, what are we not approving, and that's where we ended up today. At the end, though, we did get approved with some conditions in place. So that goes back now to the CSRD with the approval for the referral, but with some conditions in place.
Okay. Let's just take a step back and talk a bit about the main features of the adventure park.
Yeah, so what we have is right off the highway. The uniqueness to this project is that we are a one-stop shop. You come in, you park your car, and you have access to everything. The only other ride or transportation you need is the gondola. So we have a main gondola that takes you up 500-meter elevation, 1,500 meters long, to a bungee center, which is a mountain lodge with a restaurant and a viewing platform, a bungee jump, a sky swing, the start of the downhill mountain biking. We have hiking, rock climbing, zip lining course, a numerous number of other activities. And then as we move down the mountain, we have mountain coasters, treetop adventure, we have bike parks, we have skills centers, we have some other exciting stuff, Ogo, which is a type of thing out of New Zealand, and a few other things that we haven't mentioned that are in the private land that aren't part of the management plan for the province.
Okay. Now, you're bordering RMR. Is RMR playing a role in the development?
So RMR don't have a role in development, but RMR are a partner in the land.
Okay.
We have had to go through the province to get this approval. So our 10-year license of occupation actually overlaps the commercial recreational area of Revelstoke Mountain Resort. So in order to get this application approved by the province, we've had to go to the resort development branch of the province and have a sign off from Revelstoke Mountain Resort, but as well as the resort development branch to allow us to operate or develop within and adjacent to the resort lands.
Okay. Jason, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, David.
This is Lonnie Parker. She is a director with the Columbia Shuswap Regional District, and which is the home turf, as it were, for Black Tie Properties, the Revelstoke Adventure Park. Lonnie, can you describe briefly what this may add to the regional district's economy?
Certainly, it'll be a benefit to the economy. It's a great project. It's in a great area. Certainly, it will also benefit the city of Revelstoke's economy as well, because the people that are going to attend the adventure park will also be enjoying the amenities in the city of Revelstoke.
How soon do you think this will actually come to fruition?
Well, we're hoping to move fairly quickly through the process. This is the first step after going to the board for first reading. So following the public house, open house, it will go back to the board for second reading. And if the board approves second reading, then we'll go forward to public hearing. Following that, then will just be the assent process. And there's still some work that the province has to contribute as well, as far as tenures on the Crown land.
Lonnie, thank you very much.
Welcome.